Hello everyone, this is Chrisa, Assis, founder and teacher of Bautanz Constructing Dance. As you saw in the beginning of this video, there is again that very nice sketch that you can find the details of it right at the bottom at the description of this video because it's not my sketch, it's something I found on the web. So what we did in the first video, and if you missed it, again, you can find it below, was take the first sketch top and bottom and make exercises out of it and reconstruct our walk based on that. So now we're going to take the second one and we're going to find two things that are going to help us very much in smoothing out our walk and feeling a little bit more of that, what people say is more natural or more normal, even though all of the things that we do are considered natural because it's coming from our human body. So but it makes it feel more effortless is probably the best word. So you will need a mat for this one, and you will need to relax your mind and take any image or preconception of what tango is, one, what tango is, and two, what breathing is. So get a mat and get ready to relax. Here we go. Start in what yoga they call a child's pose. So send your hips back over your heels and just breathe and relax your forehead on the mat. Feel how your tailbone is moving when you inhale, and then how the top of the head is moving when you exhale. So try to focus on these two rear ends of the spine and see how they move the whole spine as you're breathing. Then gently come up to a no force position and follow that same breath. Let the breath move your spine. So we want to relax as much as possible the muscles, so make sure that you've aligned your hips over your knees and your shoulders over your wrists, so you're not using too much muscle to hold this position. And then you can relax and take your focus to your breathing. We want to find this internal movement and exaggerate it here. You curve the spine and then you arch. You don't need to copy exactly the movement that I am doing in the video. Just make sure that you are creating a shape in your spine that feels good. You don't need to replicate the shape that you see. Just move following your breath, following the tempo of your breath, and noticing how the upper body is moving along with the lower body. You can repeat the exercise as many times as you feel that you need to, and then move on to wiggling the hips from side to side, just like the dogs wiggle their tail. And notice how that affects the upper body. Try not to create huge movements here, just something that feels good, and then put the two together and start moving forward just the same way that babies crawl, only a little bit more exaggerated and of course with full conscious of what we're doing. So you're going over one side and then you find your position again, and then you crawl over onto the other end of your mat, finding those two moves, the wave of your spine that we found with our breath and how our hips create that side bend, and move over. You can lift the knees up off the mat if you like, and then come up to a standing position and find that same breath. Notice again how your spine reacts to the breathing pattern that we all carry inside of us. Your tailbone, it goes down a little bit on the inhale, and then we grow on the exhale. Let's put this into a step. You walk forward, and you want to feel that pendulum. You want to feel that breath. This is not a tango step yet, not even an everyday type of step. So you want to feel, exaggerate that swing that we have, that we are creating. You can see now here in the back how my spine is fully curving. Then try your tango step. Notice the differences. Is it feeling smoother? Is it feeling more controlled? So this is it. I'm sure that some of you are thinking, why on earth are we doing this? So the reason we are doing this is these movements that we saw in the previous video and in this one are movements that our body does automatically when we walk. So what happens is, if you try to externalize these movements in the dance, it looks silly, and it will make you feel a little bit uncomfortable and confused. Plus, it will not allow you to be creative and improvise. Think of all these other things. Think about the music. Even think about the crowd that you have around you, because you will be so focused in making this movement that your brain is going to be like, well, why are we doing this? I figured this out millions of years ago. Because that's how it is. Our body was built to move this way. In order to realize how we were built to move, we can't do this on the dance floor, because then it's going to be like too much. It's not going to be an enjoyable dance for you or your partner. So we can do this with the proper exercises. So if you haven't seen the video before this one, see the link right at the bottom. So use these videos to help you understand what's happening within. And with those details of that experience, then you can do your tango walk like you would normally do it in a milonga, with or without a partner. It's up to you. And just notice how that awareness makes you feel. Remember, there's no need to block one movement if you're focusing on another. Just ignore it for the time being. Let it happen. It's okay. You know it's gonna happen. Don't block it. Just focus on the movement you're trying to figure out at the moment. And I'm gonna be back for more. For details, tools, and tips for all of these, for more exercises or ideas on how to improve any of the tango fundamentals, visit Bautanz.com and send me an email, send me a comment. I'll be happy to hear from you and to respond back to you with any insight or ideas that I have for you. See you soon.